Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely nice being back out there. I threw all my pitches, mixed everything in there, and, there were a couple times when I had guys 0-2, 1-2, just didn't quite finish the pitches where I wanted to, but, I felt like I had a good pitch mix and worked quick out there. Felt good, healthy. So that's the main thing.
Do you feel like do you feel like you are where you want to be at this point, considering the past few weeks?
Yeah, and I mean that's the other thing to consider too is like it was my side, it wasn't my arm or anything like that. So like in my mind, my arm's great. It feels good. I was able to keep throwing during the whole time. So, we had taken 3 days off, and I'm used to taking days off from throwing. So for me, it's nothing new. And again, I'm able to locate my pitches. There were a few where I needed, I would have liked for them to be a little lower in the zone, but at the same time, we're facing minor league guys and they're out there swinging at everything. They know we're going to throw strikes, so it makes it a little challenging in that aspect of just, having a good pitch mix. But, I had Gar back there behind the plate. He called a good game, and, we were able to, again, work quick out there.
How hard is it to pitch in a minor league game because of what you just said?
Yeah, I mean, it's just their approach at times. They come out there and they're swinging at everything. The first inning, I think, the first 3-4 batters I faced, they swung at the first pitch. And then the second inning, I was anticipating them to swing, and they didn't. But I was able to double up on it and, get strikes. I don't think I had too many counts that went deep. It was just, fouling off balls. So.
You're on one field, Jacob's on the other.
Mhm.
That's a pretty large crowd for a backfield minor league game. Have you guys talked about just realizing the impact the two of you could have on this franchise? Is it,
No, not yet. I mean, obviously we're aware. Our whole rotation. We should. It doesn't matter what guys out there on the mound. We should be able to win that game, and I think that's the importance of it. Obviously, we're going to feed off one another, and we can get the ball rolling. And if the starters are out there going deep, it's going to save the bullpen. I think that's the main thing because our bullpen's extremely talented. And once the starters are out there going, the 6, 7, 8 innings, it's gonna. We got to be able to roll out some nice win streaks.
What's it like being around him a little bit, and also just being the newcomers on the team? You have that kind of bond, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part. Is just being new to the organization. You don't want to feel like you're coming in trying to run everything, but at the same time, we bring a lot of different aspects from other organizations in here, so we're all trying to get on the same page and being able to work together. And again, it's nice at this point in spring training. You got the minor league games going on, so you got the guys on the main field, you got the guys on the backfield, being able to watch everybody and just kind of pick each other's brain and see if there's anything you can pick up and learn.
On that front, having been a part of a winning clubhouse, what do you notice in this one that you see early signs of that?
Our offense, extremely talented again. We're out there scoring a ton of runs, and it comes down to pitching. We got to be able to throw up zeros, and again, we have the arms and everything, and it's just everybody getting built up at the right time to, start off the season hot.
When you are with a new organization and you're navigating, coming back from like a non-sort of specific injury, but you want to, how do you have to sort of build trust with them about telling them exactly how you're feeling and not needing to overperform?
Yes, I think there's the two sides of it. Obviously, you're going to be very honest with the training staff and let them know where you are because, some organizations you're a part of, they're like, hey, you got to get back out there as fast as possible. Or the other organizations are very conservative, so they're getting a feel for us. And obviously, too, I think that's one of the things that I've learned later in my career is just being very honest with them. If I feel anything like I did, and it was only a 3 or 4 day setback. Obviously, we got to keep building up, but again, we have spring training and a lot of time left to be ready for the season. I think initially I probably wouldn't have said anything during the season with the injury, and we would have just kept going through everything. But we got to be very honest and transparent with everything going on, and especially with where we are at the beginning of the season. Obviously we want to start out hot, but it really matters where we are in the middle of the season and towards the end.
Can you tell in spring training if you're dealing with a get out there as soon as you can organization or a more conservative organization?
I think so. Yeah, especially when it first happens. You kind of get in the training room and feeling everything out, and I don't know. I'm trying to think if we were conservative with everything, which I feel like we were, and I want to step on the gas and get out there and go. But again, that's where I've had other injuries in the past where it kind of creeps in going too fast. But we have spring training and plenty of time to be able to be ready to go for the beginning of the season.
So 2 more?
What's that?
2 more here?
I'm not sure. We haven't quite gotten there yet, but I'll try to figure it out.
I'm stepping on the gas, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm antsy, too.
Side-wise, it's all feeling good?
Yeah, everything felt really good out there. And, again, I was able to throw all my pitches, and I wasn't hesitant with anything. I don't know the results, like the velos and anything like that, but a lot of the times the batters tell you how that goes, and I felt like I feel good.
you expressed some concern around locating the pitches. Do you think that has anything to do with the side, or is that just?
No, I think it's just that
rust?
game speed. Yeah, getting back out there. I'm still trying to be cautious of the pitch clock, making sure I'm being quick enough to the plate, mixing up my holds at the when I have runners on base, things like that. And obviously at this point of spring training, I would have 3 or 4 games under my belt. This is my second one, so I still feel really comfortable with the pitch clock and that I'm working quick enough. But I think the challenge for me is having the 5 pitches, and then you're worried about what side of the plate you're throwing on as well, and just getting used to the catchers. I've only had Jonah and Garver, and so we try to work on that stuff during the bullpens as well, go through some hitters, and then so they know how I like to attack batters, and we can go right to it. So if I'm shaking one time, we're right there on that second pitch.
Are you gonna?
I'll start with so many new guys coming in, so many impact guys. Have you been part of this spring that's at all like this, with so many new guys that are expecting to make a big impact?
I feel like for the most part, I'm usually the new guy coming into an organization, and they've already kind of got everything established. But this year, we've got with Heaney, Odorizzi, DeGrom, myself, we got a lot of big pieces coming into the mix, and it's always tough when we're injured at times. We have little setbacks, and I think that's where we were talking about earlier, just getting that confidence, working with everybody, and a lot of the times you let the way you play on the field dictate how everything's going, and then guys start to come talking to you a little bit more once they see the way you attack guys, and it makes it a little easier to, talk about things in the clubhouse. So,
Are you wanting to use the pitch comm yourself?
I would like to. I think it would help in certain situations. I don't want to be the one to call every one of my pitches because I want to be able to, me and the catcher to be on the same page. I would like to rely on him more. And then there's those times like, okay, if I have to shake twice, I'm probably not throwing a fastball. So those are the times where I step off real quick, hit the button, and then we can get back on the mound and go.
I've talked with a lot of the younger Rangers pitchers, and a lot of them have actually worked with you.
Mhm.
What has been the main message that you relayed to them during spring?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's a little different. Obviously, attack. It's easier to pitch when we're ahead in the counts, things like that. And just kind of reminding them that don't overcomplicate pitching. It's hard, to be able to go out there and throw strikes, but it's harder for the batter to be able to. He doesn't know what speed, what pitch, what location, what's coming. So again, kind of keeping that in the back of your mind, like when you're working ahead in the count, you should have an easier job out there. And just little things, I don't know. Everybody's a little different with whether they're rushing or just an initial step that we could simplify to help throw strikes.